All right, so I'm gonna go to getting the halter on him, but one of the things that I just worked on a little bit with him was establishing direction. You can see he's a little bit sweaty and huffy and puffy here, and that's okay, you know, you can break a little sweat, do a little work. I'm a little sweaty too, it's hot out here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to send him away from me. There, and I'll let that rope feed out. And I just wanna really just establish direction and get him kind of moving. I'm not gonna let him turn. And I'm just gonna really just push from behind here, right? Really deep behind him to push him around. I'm gonna say, nope, you can't turn there. He likes to turn at the gate. He's cantering, and that's okay. I didn't ask for it, but that's fine. But now I'm gonna draw in, and you see how he's really giving to that pressure pretty well, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing going to the right. I'm gonna push him. He's got the rope in his mouth. I'm gonna see if I can wiggle that out of there because I don't wanna pull on his teeth when I pull him in here. So I'll wiggle that out of there if I can. There we go. I'm gonna draw in here, just gently. When he comes in, release, right? Big, oh, very good. What a pony. Okay, so I like that. I'm gonna draw him in here. Very good. Notice how I'll engage, release. Engage, release. I'm gonna grab my halter. Here's the cool thing about when you do just kind of throw a loop of the rope over them like this, is you can halter them while they have the loop over. And remember, I'm not tiptoeing around this since I do have them, you know, kind of captive here with the rope. I'm gonna go right to it. Like I'm just gonna take my halter like I expect them to be all right. I'm gonna bring them back here. And so I'm sticking with the pressure here. I'll let him out, but I'm gonna keep pulling until he draws back in. And I'm gonna go right back to it. So again, like I'm not babying him here. He kind of did get me a little off guard there. I didn't expect him to duck out. Now I know. I'll pull him back. Draw him back in. And what I'm doing, every time he leaves right there and I apply that pressure, he's just learning that when he runs away, he can't really get away from it, right? I don't want him to just take off and not get him to engage into me. He's learning here that when he does take off, it doesn't get him out of the pressure, out of the situation. He's still got to kind of deal with me here. So I'm going to bring my rope out to this side so it's not tangled up with the rest of the rope here. I'm going to see if he'll let me reach across there. Good boy. Pass over. Good. So now I've got my two ends. I'm going to scoop up that nose. And if he were to take off, I would just, of course, grab my rope and engage him. Now I've got my halter, so now I've got two ropes on him. That's nice and loose there. Now I'm gonna see, it's the first time I'm asking him to move off the halter. There, very good. I'm gonna ask again here. Very good. I'm gonna untangle my rope here. Got it kind of wound up there by his feet. That way it's out of the way. And I'll start with the halter, but if he's not doing, I'll add pressure with the rope, right? Because he's familiar with that. Halter, he's not giving. Oh, he gave that time. I didn't have to use the rope. And so once I get to where he's consistently there, moving off of the pressure of the halter, well then, good boy, I'm in a position where I can actually take the rope off, okay? But what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna work on taking the halter on, putting the halter, or taking the halter off, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, so that he's comfortable with the approach of me putting the halter on. That way, going forward, I'm not always gonna have to use a rope to catch him first. So stick around for that next exercise and I'll show you how I do that.